Okay. My role is just to simplify your trading experience. Yeah. My role is just to simplify your trading experience. My role is just to simplify your trading experience. I see someone is typing that I'm off. I'm not off. I'm around. I'm just buying some few minutes. In 10 minutes, I'll be done with my training for today. So I'm just buying time. I have nothing great. I'm just buying time. Okay, let's go. Uh, Guys, join when your camera is off. Please join when your camera is off, especially in the morning. Some of you come here when you are naked. So, uh, okay. So let's dive into pivot points. Now, what are pivot points? To define, by definition, pivot points are popular technical analysis tools used by traders to identify potential support and resistance levels based on previous day price action. Remember, I told you that price action is how the prices are behaving. How the prices are behaving is what we call price action. Now, when we get to our tools of TA, when we go to our trading view, and we want to make money, sometimes we may get limited, especially if you want to trade a moving coin. I don't know if that makes sense with someone. There is a coin that is doing well, and you basically want to participate. But maybe you are filled with fear of decision. You see the coin is already up, but you are scared whether you should trade that coin or not. So today, allow me just dive through. Is my screen clear? Let me know in the chat. Can you be able to see my screen, my chat? So yesterday we looked at this and I'll just run away. I hope you can see what is happening. So when these meet, just to start off with that, when these moving averages meet together, they form a strong uptrend and they form what we call a rainbow because when they come together, these colors meet and then they later split. They later split, like you would see this coin called AR. It will do wonders today. So basically, that's what I could say there. But if I want to trade this coin, maybe I may not be in with ability to monitor the coin, make entries and exits. If I'm not good at drawing support and resistance, which is the main deal of the business, but I want to make sure that I keep trading this coin. Now, what pivot points do, they go back in the past and they look at yesterday's price action. Yesterday's price action. Uh, if you want to follow yesterday's price action, there is an indicator, but I don't know if I'll see it. Let me see. I don't remember the name, but let me just go through my list of indicators. Is it the HT power of 3? Okay, let me just pick these two indicators. One of them is the right one. The HTP power of 3. Just the ST boring explosive. Okay. One of these three, but I'm not going to teach you all. I'm just going to find out which is which. The HT power 3. Uh, I am not good at cram work, but like I promised, I'll teach all these ones. Okay. Okay, these are destructive ones. Okay. So I think it's the HT power of 3. HT. Okay. Let me try just one more time. Okay. So this indicator I've put in my chart, like I promised to tell you yesterday, is called when you come here on technical, is called the HT power of 3. This indicator goes to the chart and picks the 1-day candle. Okay, this indicator brings the 1-day candle. So what you see here is a 1-day candlestick. This is what is happening in 1 day. Remember, I told you if someone cannot draw support and resistance on 1 day, they can't trade. So, for example, this is 1 day. Now it has filled the diagram. But basically, what is happening is that this indicator moves the 1-day candle, what is happening in 1 day, and brings it on any time frame you are trading. I don't know if someone is able to follow. So it gives you a picture of what is happening in 1 day, but on every time frame. Even if I go to 5 minutes, it moves with me. Now, why is this very important to me? Is that when a market is on an uptrend on a bigger time frame, the reason why I'm trading in a smaller time frame is just to find an earlier entry in the market. Can I repeat that statement again? So the HT power of 3 is a smart money indicator. When I talk about smart money, I'm talking about institutional traders. So it helps you track what is happening in a bigger time frame, but it brings the candlestick chart, the candlestick on every time frame. So this is in 1 day. So when I go to 1 day, it is this candle here. What is happening in 1 day is this candle here. This candle, this one. It's not a big deal. This candle, this one. is this one. But I'm now using the indicator to help me move the candle on every chart. Okay? Is that clear? I'll bring the rest, I think, on Monday when I'm concluding. I have more too. But today we want to look at pivot points. So hope that is home. Now, guys, I want to trade, but I'm not good at drawing lines of support and resistance. But this coin is going to deliver. I have checked it up here in the 15 minutes. Was it 5, by the way? It will deliver, but it requires some margin call. It's not the best. So maybe I want to trade, but I don't know how to draw support and resistance. What am I going to do? I'm going to come here on pivot points, on indicators, come on technical, come here on technical, and then write in the word pivot. Pivot points. Choose this one. It's one I'm used to. It's called the pivot point standard. So when you press it, basically it's going to get into your chart. Okay. It's going to come here in your chart. And remember, I'm not going to go to formulas on how these are developed, but the following are very important. Number one, whoever wants to make quick money, this is the best indicator. And I'm going to show you to the other side of Royal Q. Now, number one is the pivot. The pivot point is the central level. It is the key decision point. Okay? It is the decision point. How many of you remember the fulcrum? How many of you remember the seesaw, the fulcrum? Let me see. How many of you remember the seesaw? How many of you remember the fulcrum? Who's this one? Who's crying? Make sure. Make sure. If you want to survive, please don't type these crying emojis in the chat. Please don't. The center point. You remember the fulcrum, the center point? Yeah, I know someone is typing. You know, when it gets to Easter season, I don't know what happens to this religion of mine. They are always thinking the other side. I don't mean those things of yours that you balance. Someone is typing it in the chat. Please, not yet time. If someone is saying when it balances, so the center point, the, the center point, okay? Okay, the center point. And basically, it is everything. Now, look here, guys. Just I want to simplify your experience. Now, from the pivot, we have resistance one. Remember, what we see here is how the market behaved yesterday. I hope my point is clear. Now, from pivot going up, we have resistance one and resistance two. Suggested possible resistance zones where the price may struggle to go higher. So once the price has broken the pivot point, this price is going to struggle. It is a resistance point. Then we have support one and support two. Suggested support points where the price may struggle to go lower. The price is struggling to go lower. The price is struggling to go higher. So, ladies and gentlemen, pivot points will apply in coins that are on an upward movement with momentum. Coins that have momentum. If you are someone who wants quick money, then pivot point is the best indicator for you, especially if you go and look at it in lower time frames. Okay? You find entries in lower time frames. For example, look here, guys. Like if you know the art of pivot points, you had entered when the market is above the center point, which is the pivot point. Then you would take your profit at resistance 1. Once it closes resistance 1, are you able to follow through? Then you say, okay, we are done with resistance 1. Now we are going to resistance 2. Okay, you enter again when it is above resistance 2, and your target is go to resistance 3. Are we together? That is how simple pivot points work. And when the coin goes to R3, it has basically been overbought. And when the coin goes down to S3, the coin has been oversold. Simple logic. But I want to explain to you how these pivot points are used. Ladies and gentlemen, are we together? I told you I'm about to stop the call, so you must be following. Are we together? You see, usually people come late. Now someone is about to ask, where did you get pivot? How do I put in the S? How do I put in the R? Everything is in there for you. Your role is just to put in the indicator and then suffer with money. Okay? The role is just to put in the indicator and then suffer with money. But it must be a coin that is having good momentum. Don't go and suffer with ramshackle cryptocurrencies. The pivot point strategy will not work out for you. Okay? Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Now, pivot points are used by traders to predict potential turn points in the market. It's essentially where the price might bounce. Now, these are very key. Okay. What I'm discussing is very key. Where the price might bounce, the price might reverse or break through key levels. Now, number one on how we use pivot points. Number one on how we use pivot points. One, and this is key. Identify market bias. You need to identify market bias. Market bias. Okay, for example, if the market is above the pivot point, if the market is above the pivot point, buyers are stronger. If the market is below the pivot point, sellers are stronger. Is that hard? You see, me, I simplify these things. So when market is above pivot point, buyers are stronger. When market is below pivot points, sellers are stronger. So above pivot point, it is bias. Below pivot point, it is sellers bias. Is my point home? So question of the day. We are in 15 minutes. And this is our pivot. Is this bias or sellers bias? uh, is this bias or sellers bias? Answers in the chat. Where do I get these words? Ay, 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 ay. But do people get, are you understanding? Because I'm about to end the call, guys. Are you understanding? Yeah. Are you understanding? Okay, good. A coin, a coin with good momentum needs us to introduce volume indicators, but volume indicators will be later. But basically, here comes a question, and I want you to basically get to me. And I want common sense. For you to know that a coin is doing well without you thinking so much. You see, some of you, the challenge is that you overthink. If you want to know that a coin is doing well, what do you see? You see, some of you overthink. You take these words very hard. If you want to know that a coin is doing well, what do you see? That a coin is doing well without overthinking. Green candles. The green candles are more, yes, uptrend. Hey, the coin is rising at a higher speed. Does that make sense? You see, me, I don't want to overthink. A coin rising at a higher speed or a coin falling at a higher speed, that is momentum. Hey, I want common sense before I bring a lot of trading here. When a coin is rising at a higher speed, that coin has good momentum. Yes, the coin is moving up. Hey, all the coin is moving down. Hey, you have understood. So don't go for ramshackle cryptocurrencies. There is a coin that is not deciding, are we moving up? Are we going down? Are we moving up? That coin will kill you. Okay. So number two, entry points. So entry points, that's a very important point. So pivot points are used to make entries and exit. Entries, you are entering. Exits, you are getting out. Now, if the price is going down, buy near support levels. For example, for learning purposes, let's take this for the other day. The other day, okay? You basically want to buy, and you found this coin. I'm not getting one good one, okay? Let's take this example here. Buy near support levels. If the price is approaching, it shows signs of reversal. For example, if you take this example here, this one here, this one here, the market moved from pivot to support one, from support one cross to support two. So you want to buy when market is approaching support levels. You see, the market is going to areas where we expect it not to go lower. So support areas are good buying points. Does that make sense now? If someone wants to get into the market, you want to get in when these cryptocurrencies are cheaper. You want to buy low. So when you find a coin that is moving at a cheaper price, you want to buy when this market is approaching support one or support two, because the price is approaching, showing signs of reversal. But also remember, this is not a standalone indicator. Does that make sense? That if I put on a pivot point and then I find the RSI just crossing 50, I might use this pivot point, or sorry, this support as a preset price. For example, I found this coin on the pivot. Then I go to my royal queue because in brackets there are prices. Does that make sense to someone? Then I go set a preset price that when this coin gets at support 1, robot enter. Are you connecting? I go to my robot and set up a preset price that when this coin gets at support 1, robot enter. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. So you are basically saying you want to buy at a cheaper price and you are creating an entry point in the market because the support has a price in bracket. So you say robot, and this you can do in your royal queue also. Let's get there, guys. Just a minute. Let's go to royal queue just to express the idea of prices in the brackets. Now, I have introduced some people in the business personally, and they're always complaining. And I just want to be crystal plain white. You can always ask me what you have not understood when I'm teaching. But I have a question, just to be genuine. Is it easy for me to do a one-on-one with everybody I have introduced in a business so that I repeat these topics for them? I just want to be genuine. You can ask me what you have not understood. You can ask me what you have not understood. That when I attended this training and you talked about this, when you reached here, I did not understand. I hope that is easy for me to explain. But someone does not attend these trainings and wants me to find special time. It is never yes. Guys, it is never yes. It is never yes. When you attend a training, you say, when you were explaining here, how does that make sense? When you were explaining here, I didn't get that point. But not you coming in my chat and say, can't you find time and start teaching me those things one-on-one? How many of you get the difference? You attend the training, then you come to my chat and tell me, when you were talking about this, I did not understand. Then someone coming to my chat to tell me, Julius, I want you to start teaching me those things one-on-one. I don't know if someone makes sense. But when you come to my chat and say, you talked about pivot point, but I did not understand this. It is easy for me to explain. Like someone comes to my chat and says, uh, like someone came to my chat and said, I don't understand technical analysis. Could you start from zero? Then I asked the person, do you attend training? Then the person told me, I don't have time. Now, what makes you think that if you don't have time for these trainings, you can have my time? Because when you come and attend this training, and then you tell me, when you talked about downloading Trading View, there is something I did not understand. I don't know. Does that make sense? You see how I will look at your idea and say, wow, yes, okay. So the problem is it. So it becomes easy when I get your problem. But you people who are coming in my chat that start from zero, I don't answer. I see your message, then I just say, okay, now this one is very right, but I have nowhere to start from. Start from zero. Teach me these things from zero. So because it is very hard. If you have understood, give me a yes in the chat. I'm not, guys, I'm not tough. I'm not tough. But when you understand, yes, when we started, I remember with the Rastoji, I used to do those special classes with them, and they were not one, they were leaders. I had to do it for them because of what was happening in India by that time. But now they are doing very well. They run their own academy. It is one of the best structured academies in. By the way, for God's sake, I don't want to lie. If someone would ask me the most dependable academy in Royal Q, it is called the Royal Q Academy that comes from India. Very dependable, a lot of skills being shared. And I really love that community so much. I don't usually attend their trainings, but they are one of the best. There are so many teams in Crypto Ambassadors and in Royal Q. But ladies and gentlemen, what happens in the Royal Q Academy when it comes to these skills, those guys are top notch. And I saw them start from zero, and I'm usually proud to see them arise. They study here, they go and teach the knowledge. The formula is simple. If you want to be very successful, learn and teach, 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 learn and teach. And that's the significant way for you to go. Now, we're on Royal Q. Can you be able to see my screen? Can you be able to see my screen? Can you be able to see my screen? Okay, good. Now, I want to trade. I want to trade. When I open coin T or Bio or Sync or GNL or Tau or Ankara, these coins that are on top by percentage change are coins that are doing well. Okay? They are coins that are doing well. When I tap on the negative side, these are coins that are doing poorly. Meaning that when you choose coins that are doing poorly, you are looking for support. Does that make sense? You are looking at coins that are making support areas. When you are looking at coins that are doing well, you are looking at coins that are breaking pivot, moving to resistance. Now, these people are saying, great idea. Are these meetings recorded? See, maybe some of you are very new. People are dying on the message. Great idea. You should upload. The meetings are always recorded. By the way, these things, whatever we are teaching, we have done repeatedly for the last 3 years. We are about to hit 4 years of doing the same thing. You can't even, by the way, you can't even handle. You can't even handle the videos that are on our YouTube channel. That's why now when I'm doing the videos, I add dates. Because some of you are watching past knowledge. Whatever I'm doing here is already recorded. Whatever I'm doing here is already recorded. Just I keep repeating because repetition is the master of understanding. So when I come to coin T and I want to trade coin T, number one, I am looking for a coin that is moving from pivot or that has broken resistance 1 going to resistance 2. And in my mind, I must know that when the coin reaches resistance 3, it has been overbought. When the coin reaches support 3, it has been oversold. Is that clear? Give me a yes in the chat if you have understood. So pivot is the center point. But when the coin reaches resistance 3, it has been overbought. When it reaches support 3, it has been oversold. Now, when I come here in 15 minutes, I just scroll. I come here on technical indicator. I see it is in 15 minutes. I come down, I tap on pivot point. Can we see pivot point? Give me a yes. Can we tap pivot point? Some of you stop disturbing me in the chat. So you mean I post videos without titles? Am I mad? Do these videos have titles? So I just post videos. So I look mad, my brother. Some of you, I don't know. But teaching is not for weak people. So you think I will just post. I even put dates. So I can't just post a video without a title. This man. So you tap on pivot point. So when you tap on pivot point, number one, it will give you R resistance, AC support, P is the P. So this is the center. So when you go in the most negative coin, it means that your focus is to find coins that are in the support area. Give me a yes in the chat. When you go to coins that are doing well, you are looking for coins that have buyers bias. Here you are looking for coins that have sellers bias. Does that connect? When you go to the most negative coins, you are looking where sellers are dominating. When you go to coins that are in most positive, you are looking to coins where buyers are dominating. Is that hard? Is that hard? Now, listen to me. Breakout trading. If a price breaks resistance 1, ladies and gentlemen, you may expect it to move to resistance 2. If a price breaks support 1, you might expect it going to support 2. If a price breaks support 2, you might expect it going to support 3. Meaning that if you find a coin at support 2, you can set a preset price at support 3. If you find a coin breaking support 1, you set a preset price of entry at support 2. Do we follow? Do we follow? So those breakouts can signal a strong momentum. A strong momentum that if a coin breaks support resistance 1, there is a strong momentum of a coin going to resistance 2. When it exists resistance 2, my friend, you are going in a danger zone. Do we follow? See, when a coin gets to, for example, let's take this example in the chart. Number one, we are going to note the current price of the coin. The current price of the coin in 15 minutes is 0.02428. It may change. I don't care. But the current price. Now look at the current price. That's why when you are trading, trade with somewhere to write. Do we connect? Don't trade for rate somewhere 2413 or 07, then come down. Number one, look at the pivot. Now the pivot is 0.01505. Which one is higher? Is the current price higher or it is the pivot point that is higher? Which one is higher? Which one is higher? The current price is higher, meaning the coin is above the pivot. When the coin is above the pivot, is it buyers in charge or sellers in charge? When the coin is above the pivot, is it buyers in charge or sellers in charge? So now you know sellers in charge. What are you looking for? You are finding if there is an opportunity from pivot to resistance 1, from resistance 1 to resistance 2. So you go to the coin now. Are we connecting? Then you say the current price is 0.00280. We are in 15 minutes. And resistance 3 is 0.01665 or 1609. Now, which one is higher? Is the current price below resistance 3 or it is above? The current price is 0.02. Resistance 3 is 0.01. Is it below or is it above? Question. Do you enter the coin? Do you enter the coin? Question. Do you enter the coin? But if you want, now the difference will be in time. When you look at pivot points in 15 minutes, it will not be the same pivot point in 4 hours. Does that make sense? Let's change so that you could see. Now, who's touching the network? That's why Elon Musk's suggestion to Uganda should work like tomorrow. You know, Elon Musk decided to seek. I'm supposed to end the call. You know, today is a very good day. So look here, guys. The pivot points will be different depending. I'm going to explain classical and whatsoever, but the pivot point is always the same. These are just mathematical issues. But are you able to follow that there is usually a huge difference depending on the time frame? No, the coin giving you money, it is okay. But T has given $12. The coin giving you money is okay. But also understand, you see, sometimes when people make money in trading, I'm not attacking, they become excited and they feel they are very good. But this coin can cut off your leg. How many understand what I'm talking about? You can get excited and this coin can cut off your leg. Me, I'm telling you. These things of foi. These things of foi. Let me enjoy the coin. It can cut off your leg. You know, the market doesn't have mercy. But okay, let me explain. Let me go to my point. But it's okay, my friend. May I have no problem with you. Because now, when you look at a bigger time frame, like in one day, now let me explain this. The bigger the time frame, the longer the waiting time. If you look at these pivot points in 4 hours, it will be different. When you look at these pivot points in one day, it will be different. Can we see the difference? So when you compare current price, that's what I'm trying to explain. 0.02378. Then you come here, you see 0.0278. You see 0.02. So the coin is above resistance 2, but it has not yet reached resistance 3. Does that make sense? So if you still want to continue with the pumping coin, like we do in TA, like for example, when you come to analyze this coin on TradingView, for example, network, for example, you want to look at this coin, like T, and you want to trade, you may find that it is very hard for you to find a buying opportunity in a smaller time frame. That's why you come to a bigger time frame here. That's why this indicator helps you, the one I gave you, that you just get to this indicator, then you draw a line at like here. Then you stay either in 15 minutes or in 5 minutes. I don't know if people are able to understand. That's how you can use this line. I don't know if people have understood. So the same thing happens if you still want to continue with the pumping coin, but you are not able to see opportunity in 15 minutes time frame. But when you come here on the clock is showing you a strong buy signal that the buyers are in. Okay, it's showing you a strong buy signal. The moving averages are showing you a strong buy. Okay, because what Royal Q does, it gives you indicators, okay, that 14 of them here, of the moving averages, are saying buy, 3 are neutral, 1 is saying sell. So it is showing you a strong buy signal on the clock here. But when you look at a lower time frame, you are not able to find a buying opportunity. Does that make sense? But you want to continue with the coin. What you do, move away from maybe 15 minutes and go to a bigger time frame. I don't know if that makes sense. For example, the current price is here. I'm just going to show you, but me, I will run away. The current price is 0.0298. So you come here, you look at the coin, is 0.022. So 22, it is here. It has not yet reached resistance to here. So it is above here, but it has not yet reached here. So what do? You want to sell here. I'm just going to show you an example. So I come create martingale. I just want to show you something. Let me put in like $100. Okay. So I start the trade. Mm, I start the trade. But when I start this trade, I'm going to put in a selling point. Just follow, guys. I'm just going to come here and I tap on the sell price. Let's get back to the chart. I'm going to put in this price to be the price at which I want the robot to sell. Are you following? Because I may not repeat. I'm going back the other side. I'm going to I want my robot to sell at this price, which is 0.02470. So I'm just going to go back to the coin. Then I'm going to tap on the sell price. Where it is written market price here, I'm going to put in that price, which is 0.02470. If I want to sell off 50%, I'll make $3. If I sell off 75%, I'll make $5. If I sell off 100%, I'll make $7. Then I confirm. How many have understood? I want to repeat for the last time. How many have understood? You may not be able to see it in a smaller time frame, but you could be able to see it in a bigger time frame. So what you are trying to look at is that now two things will be happening. Remember, the other side, I have put a take profit. You know, let me repeat. Let me activate this coin again. Now, two things are happening. Look here, guys. Here I have a take profit. Here I have a take profit of 2%. Just follow. Here I have a take profit of 2%, which is okay. But the robot will follow. There is Simanya Tundunu, Simanya Mujuni switching on their microphone, making funny statements. Why you people do this? Why do you keep on muting yourself? Okay, let's get back. So I come here with pivot points. I want to trade this coin. So let me take 4 hours. The 4 hours, when you look at the resistance price here in 4 hours, already broken because the current price is 0.02. Give me a one if you have understood. When I look at resistance here, it is above, the coin is above resistance 3 in 4 hours, but I want to continue. So it means that I need to increase the time frame I go in 1 day. So the highest price in 1 day is this one. When the coin has entered oversold area. In Fibonacci, it is that. But in classic, it is this one. So I write it down, 0.0247. Then I check the coin. Has the coin reached resistance 2? Question. Has the coin reached resistance 2 in 1 day? Answers the chart. Has the coin reached resistance 2 in 1 day? No. So I want this coin to sell when it reaches that point. But remember, the bigger the time frame, the bigger the waiting time. Give me one if you have understood. It might take the coin longer. That also must be in your mind. So you come here. Who's touching the network? I don't know what's wrong, but things are not okay. Sometimes you feel like slapping these companies. Their data services are very expensive. They are not reliable. I don't know. Can you vote me for president of Uganda? I improve data only. Then I go off. Ugandans on the call. You vote me, become president, only stabilize data. Then I go off. Can you vote me for that? When I stabilize data, yeah. Can you vote me? Can you? You want to be abused. But are you getting my point? So I'm going to put in the selling price. So even if here I put 10%, you must make sure your take profit is high. Then I'll write the sell point here. When it comes to market price here, I'll enter the market price 0.2470. Then I say 100%. Mm-hmm. It is like this. Then I confirm. Now, to make this strategy work for you, make sure that the take profit you put the other side is high. My point clear? Make sure, guys, the take profit you put here is my point home, is high, because if the take profit here is like 1%, the robot will consider what will happen first. I don't know if I'm clear. Is my point clear? The robot will consider what will happen first. So if you want to put in a sell point like this one, now, don't try this method if you don't have a strong heart. Trading with margin calls is a must. Is my point home? Don't try this going to bigger time frames. If you can't wait and you don't have a strong heart, because we shall find you killing yourself. So uh, let me introduce some margin calls. Margin calls must be a must. Whoever wants to trade without margin calls, you are playing with fire. Whoever doesn't want to trade with margin calls, you are playing with fire. Trading with margin calls is a must. But have you understood? Now, we looked at coins doing well. What would be the approach with the coins that are doing poorly? Can we go to coins that are doing poorly? We have looked at coins that are doing well. Can we now go to coins that are doing poorly? Okay. Number one, those who want quick money Those who want to get out of coins faster, the fast approach is the best. Give me one in the chat if you have understood. Those who want to enter, move out, try another coin, people who are online. Okay, if you're online, you want to make money, you have targets you are chasing, you are always with your phone, that is the best strategy. But if you don't have time, come to these negative coins. In these negative coins, caution number one, do not trade a coin that was pumping yesterday. Does that make sense? Okay, on our list here, all of you who checked your Royal Q yesterday, this coin was doing well. I hope you remember. ARC was doing well. So don't move in with coins that were doing well the other day, because they might be just on a continuous movement to a downward trend. But we can check any. For example, although these coins are many, let me check rare, because it's usually a good coin. So when I open rare, I will put either in a bigger time frame or in 15 minutes. It's up to you. Now, calm down. 15 minutes, come on pivot point. Number one, note the pivot. For example, in this case, the pivot is 0.0599. That's the first step. So, the current price of this coin, is 0.0580. Is the coin below the pivot or is above the pivot? Is the coin below the pivot or is above the pivot? It's below the pivot. Good. So since it's below the pivot, the next support is, I'll take the Fibonacci side, is 0.0564. So if you don't want to enter this coin when it's below the pivot, you can come and say, let my robot buy at that price. But remember, for you are in 15 minutes. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Remember, for you are in 15 minutes. So if you want solid results, go to a bigger time frame, like 4 hours or 1 hour. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Especially if you don't have time, go for bigger time frames, 1 hour or 4 hours. Yeah. Now, the pivot point here is 0.0621, and the current price is 0.0580. Question, is it below the pivot or it's above the pivot? Is it below the pivot or it's above the pivot? It's above the pivot. So you can decide to make your entry at current price and plan to make your exit at resistance 1. Are we getting the difference? The waiting time will be longer. Also, the profit will be good. Have you got the difference, ladies and gentlemen? Have you got the difference? Have you got the difference? The robot will follow. Someone is asking me the take profit. The robot will follow what will happen first. So if in your take profit you put 2%, and then the sell price happens first, the robot will go with what will happen first. Have I answered? Don't get confused. The robot will have to sell points. For example, we have been on coin T. But who's responsible for network? Anybody here working in any network related company in Uganda? Because me, I'm going to summon your companies. You make me make losses. I'm going to summon you. I'm going to. Guys, look here now. Back to our lesson. The coin is still continuing. You see, the coin is still continuing. So we want money. Number one, we look at the current price. Are we learning the art? We look at the current price, 0.02453. Then we go down. We go in a bigger time frame, like 4 hours, not clear, 1 day. Okay? We look at the pivot point, 24, it is already above. 2470, it is here. 2470, it has not yet hit it. 2470. Then I create. Take profit. So I activate. Floating loss loading. I don't have the money. So I should stay in my lane. $100. Then I tap on the sell button. After I've activated, I tap on the sell button. I write in the price 0.02470. I want to sell off 100%. I'll make $2. I confirm. Then I go and do my other stuff. Now, yes, floating loss here is loading. There are higher chances of floating here. So back to margin calls, put 5. The open down position, I talked about it. How many days can it take? I don't know. Did I make agreement with the coin? The challenge is the network. The network is, but have you understood? Have you understood? Let me know. Because I don't control the network. It is no longer now working, so I may not be able to. The network is very bad. I keep jumping on and off, jumping on and off. So when you are looking for the most negative coin, you will focus on support. When you are looking on the positive coin, you will focus on resistance. Is it clear? Okay. So if you are using trading view, you'll just measure from your resistance 1 to resistance 2, from your pivot resistance 1. Okay. Network. These network companies. And they can lie to you. When you install this one, your network will get better. Pay per month. Put it in the air. They can even tell you to put it on the air. We shall do what? Now, that is the approach when it comes to pumping coins. When it comes to negative coins, you can always also find opportunity. Get Starlink. It is very expensive. it is very expensive. Starlink, but Elon Musk said he's coming in Uganda. It's bringing Starlink, yes, but now Starlink is very expensive because it is in Kenya. Now, guys, now we are looking at the most negative coin, okay? So we shall tap on pivot point. We we can choose any time frame. This is in 15 minutes. Now, remember, recently we talked about moving averages. How many remember? And we said that when a candle when a candle is forming above a 21 moving average, but it hasn't closed, but I hope you now get the picture. So pivot points, I'm in 15 minutes. Number one, I'll look at the pivot. 0.6743 current price. Is the coin below the pivot or above the pivot? Is the coin below the pivot or above the pivot? Below the pivot. It means that since it is below the pivot, 0.504, 0.504, 0.5827. Is the coin above the support or below the support? Is the coin above support 1 or below support 1? Above. So meaning, before getting excited, you can set this as your entry price. Hey, 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 hey. Market chasers, where are you? Do you know that I've used that? You see, you have been watching properly. At first, I went in with $100. At next, I went in with the 200. Is it working out? And I've made so far $10. You see, me, I don't, and so far I've made $10. Is it working out? So you choose where you belong. If you belong to the most negative coins, continue. Now, look here, guys. The coin has broken. Look here, guys. The coin has broken the highest. Let's go to 1 day. So what you will find that the coin has broken the highest resistance 3. Will I continue? Will I continue? Let me check again. Will I continue? Will I continue? No. Guys, let those who want to make money go become rich. Please become millionaires. I wish you a nice day. I ran for my life. Please go make money, become billionaires. I wish you all the best. How many have understood? Let people go, let them, unless it provides a new buying opportunity. Please go, make money, then I find another coin. Let's go vibe the market. Is that clear? This one. This one looks like a rotten tomato. It is not moving, and it wants me to put in my money. Is there thinking about it? Should I move? Should I not move? You want me to come and agree with you? Let me teach you another trick. You know, some of you don't you are not observant. Sometimes this coin might be pumping, but in between here, you could see a coin whose percentages are moving faster. How many are understanding what I'm talking about? When you are identifying a coin to look at here, you just spend some few minutes. You might find a coin here where for it is implicating. Can you share the $10? You, I shared the $10. Did I use your capital? Let me even go for the way of the cross. Did I use your capital? You share the $10. Did I use your capital? You see, even when I'm going to church these days, money is in USDT, and pastor has a wallet address. So I just pray. When it comes to time for giving, I don't give because I they don't pin wallet addresses. Money is in USDT. So I go as I went. I come back with my money. Yeah. When they only put phone number, bank account, they don't have wallet address. So even when I go to church, my friend, the way I have gone is the way I come. Because no money on my mobile phone, everything is in crypto. Eh? So you see, when you come here, I'm just finishing. You can notice a coin here that is moving more positive. Me, I'm teaching you tricks that is moving faster. So you just spend some few minutes. You see how these percentages are changing. I don't know if someone is able to see. Are you understanding? You see, because a coin that is good, I don't know if someone is understanding. You will see it moving faster. Then you say, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Come here. Are you able to follow? Because as now look here. This one I will be very fast. It has crossed the moving average. You see, guys, that's why I teach you a lot of things. You look here, it is going there. You look here. Are you able to see? Are you able to see skills at work above the moving average? Golden cross down here. There is money. I don't know. That is how simple. Even before I bring pivot points, there is money. Now I just scroll down, come to pivot point. Even the clock, even the clock is bye bye. Market chasers. But this is not for weak people. So number one, you look at the pivot. Okay. Then you come on top. The coin is above the pivot. Good, 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 good. Huh? Next. Next. Resistance. Resistance. You write 0.1727, 0.1685. Then you go back. What is the current price? Is the coin below the pivot, above the pivot? Answers in the chat. Below the pivot, above the pivot? Below the pivot. Has the coin reached resistance 1? Has the coin reached resistance 1? No. Business. How many have understood? Simple logic. But it's like I'm floating on this coin. Hmm? The way it is not loading. Yeah. So I put a bigger take profit because I want to focus on the selling price. I activate the robot. It gets in the market. But the way the phone is very slow, I don't understand. Then I'm going to put now these points are two. I saw someone getting confused. One is Fibonacci, another one is classic. It is just the mathematical method used to find them. But you know, I told you when I was teaching you Fibonacci numbers that for me, I love Fibonacci numbers because they are really very good. Here they're using Fibonacci numbers, which we talked about yesterday. So this will be my selling price. So 0.1685. 0.1685. Okay. Mhm. These companies. But I hope my point is home. So the other side, use preset price. This side, use that understanding. Is the message home, ladies and gentlemen? You see how easily you can use your royal queue to keep making money? How many of you have seen that? How you can keep using your royal queue to keep making money? Okay. I hope I've spent some reasonable time here. Find what works for you. The network has refused. It is overloading. Uh, what could you do for a coin that is in floating mode for 2 weeks? Add more capital. Mm. Add more capital. Um, I hope I've done my work. The network has refused, but I hope I've done my work. Someone tells me talk about OM. For a very long time, this is my own perception. I wanted to buy OM. Okay. People have asked me about OM. Let me bring it up for you and I show you. And when I saw this opportunity, I bought OM and I even paused the coin. I have been looking for this coin for so many years and I had not got a chance. So when OM came down, I saw an opportunity and I am going to sell this coin. Let me get it for you. I'm going to share with you. It is to me, it is because I know this company is going to fight. Me, I know the company must fight to find the opportunity of either banning the tokens to decrease saturation, but I know this company has to fight. So whenever it keeps going down, I just keep buying and I'll sell it when it's at $4. I had never seen an opportunity like this one. That's why I'm putting in my money. And I am not caring about floating loss. Someone talking about OM. By the way, I've even made my $10. So come here, market price. Every profit I make from trading, I'm buying more of this coin because generally speaking, I have never seen such an opportunity. Okay. So someone talking about OM, I'm buying whenever I make my profit in trading, I bring my profit, I buy more. So I've made my $10, I've bought more. If I make more $10 or 20, buy more. I buy more, I buy more, I buy more. So OM, to me, it is a very good opportunity. I don't care what people might be saying, but I've done my due diligence. I'll sell this coin when it's at $4. Let me even show you. How much will I get? Sell $4, 100%. Wow! I'll make $7,385. What about $6 all-time high? Eh, I will sell at $6. I will sell at $6. That will be 12,000. So yummy. So yummy, get it. All right. I hope, guys, that's enough for today. That's enough for someone saying, I'm new. How do I set signals? I'm new. How do I set signals? I'm new. I'm new. How do I set signals? Here is the video. Knew how to set signals? The video is in the chat. Someone is saying, Julius, I'm in Europe. I'm not able to change everything to USDT. My profit is still in USDT. What do you mean? This is what happens, I believe. But your profit is not in Royal Q. I believe the profit details, you can't change them to USDC. They are the same. What is the problem with that? You are trading in USDT, but you can see your profit in USDT. Is that a problem? Let me know. Is that a problem? Hmm? Ladies and gentlemen, you are trading in USDC, but you are seeing your profit in USDT. Is that an issue? No, it is not. I don't see any problem there, my friend. Just change your just change your mindset. It's not a problem because what you see here is not money. Does that make sense? What you see here is not money. It is what is happening in your account. So there is nothing here. I don't know if people are understanding me, but that's how I understand. There is nothing. This money is in my account. It is not here. So even if they display it some anyhow, me, I don't care because the money is in my account. Mm. The way the way profit is very little today is as if I'm the one who crucified Jesus. Profit can get very little, $10, as if I'm the one crucifying Jesus. Someone is saying, how do I get today's training? Teaching is not for weak people. You you teach, you tell them where to find the video. You must also make sure you send them the video. Never joke. Never joke. Never joke with the teaching. Never joke with the teaching. You show them the YouTube channel. You must also send the video to their chats. You send the link in the chat, then someone asks you, give us the YouTube channel. Hey, hey, hey. You send the video, then someone says, make sure you send us the YouTube channel for the videos. Hey, try teaching. That's why most of you don't want to bring anyone. You post the video, and someone is like, send us the link to the YouTube channel. You are like, okay, sir. Then you send. Then you send it on YouTube, on Telegram. Then someone says, provide that. Make sure you provide it in our WhatsApp. You send it on WhatsApp. Then it's like, can you repeat everything for me? I never understood anything. Teaching. He gets in floating rows. He goes on TikTok. Crypto is a scam. When he makes money, he doesn't tell anyone that crypto is real. Chai. He doesn't make money for 2 days. He's like, I have lost my money. Had I known. Which I transferred my delisted coin from Binance. I forgot. The coin is in. It's here. Just I didn't put up margin calls, man. Uh, Maybe margin calls. But is the lesson home? This coin will be a game changer. Just let me pause it. I might wake up when it has sold. Yet I need that 10,000, and this thing might happen very soon. No, margin calls, me, I don't set so many margin calls. I usually set very few because I don't need many margin calls. I don't know if people understand me, but when I open a coin and I have done analysis to it, I don't need to come and put here 50 margin calls, Z60. If at all this coin buys 5 margin calls, I will come back and open others. Give me one if that is clear. I don't need it to come here and set 50. If I have fear and I don't want my money in the market, I switch on AI. Me, I don't need to open 60 margin calls, 90, 100. Hmm. Even I can open one margin call. If I had or use the trading view, I can even open one. But I've opened the 5 just in case maybe this coin drops 5%. Let it buy those ones. If I don't want my money in the market, I switch on AI. It will not go in the market. but let the money come in. Is that hard? I think, have I tried to explain these things over time? If I want margin money in the market, margin calls off. If I don't want them, my friend, this AI will protect my capital. The AI will protect my capital. So, me, I don't have reasons for 60, 50, so much thinking. Even by the way, I don't need big drops because I have checked my coin. Those big drops are for people who have not. I spend my time, let me even low. I spend my time in the market. Then I come here, I put it 10, 5%. Small 60. I need like one or two margin calls. If I want to protect my capital, I switch on the AI. If I want my capital on the market, AI off. Simple logic. But you remember when we entered this coin, was it below the pivot or above the pivot? So I cross-check again. Coin, is it below pivot, above pivot? But it's now dropping a little bit in 15 minutes. Pivot, 0.15. Oh, 6. The coin is still above the pivot. I want to sell at that price. It is in neutral, but it's like it will go the other side of sell. Yeah. Protect my capital. Let the AI go on to protect my capital. But I hope the message is home, guys. Then after setting my robot, I'm done. I don't need to be on the market checking. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, allow me go for the way of the cross. I wish you a nice day. I'm already late. Love you so much. Bye, everybody.